Alright, what is going on, guys? Just going to go over the Knicks versus the Hawks, which will be the first game on the Christmas Day slate. Hope everybody's having a great Christmas. But this game looked like a great game a couple weeks out, but COVID has really put a damper on it. There's going to be no Trey Young, Clint Capella, Lou Williams, and Kevin Herter for the Hawks. The Knicks, Emmanuel quickly is doubtful. RJ Barrett's going to be a game time decision. Barrett did practice yesterday, but it is just the whole, league wide, just COVID has been ruining everything. So the Hawks have been using a lot of DeLon Wright. He's been getting a lot of minutes. Lance Stevenson recently added. He's playing in the G League, but they're integrating him into the team. Cam Reddish has been taking a ton of shots. Not the highest efficiency, but he's just the volume of shots are there. His minutes restriction has pretty much been lifted because he was on a minutes restriction while he was working his way back from injury. But yeah, he's just been taking a ton of shots. Had a career high, I believe. Didn't confirm, but I know it's a season high of 34 against the Magic a couple days ago, and then he had 18 against the Sixers despite leaving the game after he rolled his ankle. So the volume of shots have been there. He's been taking a lot of 3-point shots. He didn't hit any in the Sixers game, but he hit 5 in the Magic game. So a lot of the offense is going through Cam Reddish right now with all these guys being down. But yeah, like I said, they lost to the Magic, beat the Sixers. But yeah, if you look at the numbers for the Hawks, pretty much everything is down. I'm using team rankings for these stats, but they're averaging 103 over their last three. It's below their season average of 110, which is up there at the top of the league. They're averaging 15 turnovers per game, which is again up from a season average. Very efficient, only 12 turnovers per game. So pretty much everything, every stat category you can look at the Hawks, they're in the top third of the league in most of them, and then with this current iteration over the last couple games, they're in the bottom third, if not the bottom 10 for a couple categories. So, it is what it is. They're just they're shorthanded. But the Knicks will be missing Kevin Knox. They are getting some guys back though. Like I said, RJ Barrett game time decision. He did practice yesterday, so I bet we will see him, barring anything. Any setbacks. But Emmanuel quickly is doubtful. I believe he cleared COVID protocols, but they're saying it's conditioning. So they're going to be without Emmanuel quickly, and that just lends to Kemba Walker has been on fire. I did leave his stat line pulled up. He's averaging 31.3 over his last three. Since being benched and coming back, they're going to need him a lot down the stretch here with Derrick Rose being out and whatnot. So he's played 37 minutes, 40 minutes, 43 minutes, and coming off a 44-point game that they couldn't capitalize on. Just the defense cost them in that, but they're also a little bit shorthanded. But Kemba Walker is taking advantage of it. Guess it was just kind of a delayed fuse in New York because he's been vintage these last few games and just taking a ton of shots. Again, kind of like Cam Reddish, he's not the most efficient. Other than last night, look at these field goal percentages against Detroit and Boston, but the volume of shots are going to be there. I don't think it's going to change. I think that there's just going to be a lot of running and gunning in this game. So, for the actual breakdown, I do think I like the Knicks to win the game. I definitely like the Knicks to win the game. I don't know about the spread though. It just seems a little high to me. But I mean, on paper, when you really think about it, I think that the Knicks should cover against this Hawks team. But with Christmas Day, the Hawks could just show up, try to make a statement. But I think the Knicks will do the same thing. There's only so much you can do when you're shorthanded. So I think the Knicks will cover, but I didn't really bet it. The alternate spreads don't seem to be out. Otherwise, I would have taken one of them. But the money line is around minus 265, which isn't bad at all, honestly. For just with all this COVID in the NBA right now. If you just want to play it safe, the money line isn't terrible if you pair it with a couple things. And then so for player props, I try to never get crazy with these for NBA games. Try to pick out a couple. But I do like Kemba Walker 20 plus. They got it at minus 132 on DraftKings, and then on FanDuel they got it at minus 132, and then his over on DraftKings is over 21.5 at plus 100. I don't know why I said plus 110, but it's plus 100 over there on DK. So I do like that. I don't see anything that would indicate the offense not running through Walker. You just look at these volume of shots here. 20 shots, 21 shots, 27 shots. If he just hits a couple threes, I think that he is going to get over 20 points easily. So you're just hoping. I think it's gonna be razor close. It could easily be one of those where like he gets 21 points, and you don't hit the 21 and a half. But I did take a stab on it, which I'll show you in a second. But Cam Reddish to score 20 points, minus 104. Again, another one I like. He basically had 20 before he left that Sixers game. I don't see any reason why it would be any different. Cam Reddish should be scoring a lot, and I have yet to bet on the over 20, but I kind of like hedged it with an over 15 in like a little parlay I made, which I'll show you in a second. But and then Julius Randle, 10 plus rebounds does have plus odds, but 8 plus is minus 205. So if you want to be a little safer, I think that's decent value. And then so for what I bet on this, I used a free DK bet. For 50, I put that on the Kemba Walker over 21 and a half at plus 100. Couldn't pass that up. I like that. And I made a tiny little parlay of Julius Randle, 8 plus rebounds, Cam Reddish, 15 points scored, and the Knicks money line comes out to plus 159. Just put a tiny little small wager on that, because I already made the free bet for 50 on the Walker point. So that's kind of all I want to do for this game. But I might use the Cam Reddish 20 plus and pair that with something for a later game. And if I do that, I'll talk about it in the next video. But thanks for watching, guys. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, enjoy these games, and take it easy.